In the world of social media, where curated perfection reigns supreme, Ruby Franke was once a beacon of family values and parenting advice. With millions of followers, her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, showcased a picture-perfect family. But behind the camera, a darker reality was unfolding. This is the story of Ruby Franke, the rise, the crimes, and the reckoning. How did a woman who preached family values become a symbol of parental failure? And what does her story reveal about the dark side of influencer culture? Ruby Franke, a mother of 6 from Utah, rose to fame in the mid-2000s teens as the matriarch of the 8 Passengers YouTube channel. Alongside her husband, Kevin Franke, she shared parenting tips, family challenges, and snippets of their daily lives. Her no-nonsense approach to parenting resonated with millions, and her channel quickly became a hub for families seeking guidance. Ruby grew up in a conservative Mormon household, where strict discipline and traditional values were emphasized. This upbringing shaped her parenting philosophy. The channel started as a way to document their family life, but quickly gained traction due to Ruby's charismatic presence and controversial parenting methods. Ruby advocated for tough love, often sharing videos where she imposed strict punishments on her children for minor infractions. For example, she once publicly shamed her son for pranking his brother, forcing him to sleep on a beanbag for months.
What you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room.
The channel's rapid growth was fueled by the rise of family vlogging, a genre that thrives on the illusion of perfection. Ruby's ability to present a polished image while addressing real parenting struggles made her a relatable figure. Ruby Franke's rise mirrors that of other family vloggers like the Shaytards, who also gained fame by sharing their daily lives.
Okay, we just got to the movies.
However, while the Shaytards maintained a relatively positive image, Ruby's methods were increasingly criticized for their harshness. As her popularity grew, so did the scrutiny. Viewers began to notice troubling behavior, harsh punishments, emotional manipulation, and a lack of empathy toward her children. Critics accused Ruby of exploiting her kids for content and perpetuating toxic parenting practices. But these were just the first signs of a much deeper problem. One of the most infamous incidents involved Ruby withholding food from her son as punishment for stealing his brother's lunch. This sparked outrage and led to widespread criticism. While some fans defended Ruby, arguing that she was simply teaching her children discipline, others accused her of emotional abuse. Parenting experts weighed in, warning about the long-term effects of such methods. The controversy reignited the debate over family vlogging and child exploitation. Many questioned whether children could truly consent to being filmed and shared with millions of strangers. Ruby Franke's story is not unique. Family vloggers like Micah and James Stauffer faced backlash after homing their adopted son Huxley, citing behavioral issues. These cases highlight the ethical dilemmas inherent in family vlogging. In 2025, Ruby Franke's world came crashing down. Allegations of abuse and neglect surfaced, leading to a full-scale investigation. What authorities uncovered was shocking: a pattern of systemic abuse, manipulation, and exploitation that went far beyond the confines of her YouTube channel. Ruby was accused of physically and emotionally abusing her children, often under the guise of discipline. She allegedly forced them to perform strenuous labor and subjected them to extreme isolation. Ruby's business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, played a significant role in facilitating the abuse. Together, they ran a parenting consultancy that promoted harmful practices. Ruby's children provided harrowing accounts of their experiences, describing a home environment filled with fear and control. Ruby was charged with multiple counts of child abuse and neglect, leading to a highly publicized trial. Ruby Franke's case bears similarities to that of Dee Dee Blanchard, who subjected her daughter, Gypsy Rose, to years of medical abuse. Both cases involve a mother exploiting her children for personal gain, albeit in different ways. To understand how Ruby Franke's actions escalated to criminal behavior, we must delve into the psychology of control. Experts suggest that her need for perfection and control over her family stemmed from deeper insecurities and a desire to maintain her public image at all costs. Psychologists explain that Ruby's behavior may be rooted in narcissistic tendencies and a need for validation. Her strict parenting methods were a way to exert control and maintain her image as a perfect mother. The pressure to maintain a flawless online persona can lead to extreme behavior. For Ruby, this meant prioritizing her public image over her children's well-being. Ruby's husband, Kevin Franke, and business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, played crucial roles in enabling her behavior. Their complicity allowed the abuse to continue unchecked. Ruby Franke's story is reminiscent of Lori Vallow, who also prioritized her public image over her children's safety. Both women were influenced by extreme ideologies and surrounded by enablers who facilitated their actions. As the truth came to light, the fallout was swift. Ruby Franke's empire crumbled. Her family was torn apart, and her once loyal fan base turned against her. But the real victims were her children, who bore the brunt of her actions. Fans and critics alike expressed shock and outrage. Many called for stricter regulations on family vlogging to prevent similar cases in the future. Ruby's children faced significant emotional and psychological trauma. Their journey to recovery is ongoing, with therapy and support from extended family. The case sparked a broader conversation about the ethics of family vlogging and the need for greater protections for children in the digital age. The fallout from Ruby Franke's case is similar to the aftermath of the Daddy05 scandal, where parents faced legal consequences for exploiting their children in prank videos. Both cases highlight the need for accountability in the influencer industry. In 2025, Ruby Franke faced the consequences of her actions in a court of law. Her trial became a landmark case, shedding light on the dark side of influencer culture and the exploitation of children for profit. Ruby was found guilty on multiple counts of child abuse and neglect. The trial revealed the extent of her crimes and the impact on her children. Ruby issued a public apology, acknowledging her mistakes and expressing remorse. However, many questioned the sincerity of her words. Ruby received a significant prison sentence, marking the end of her reign as a social media influencer. Ruby Franke's sentencing is reminiscent of the case of Colleen Stan, who was held captive for years by her abuser. Both cases highlight the importance of holding perpetrators accountable for their actions. The story of Ruby Franke serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of prioritizing fame over family and the importance of protecting vulnerable children in the digital age. As we move forward, it's crucial to reflect on the lessons learned and strive for a healthier, more ethical approach to parenting and social media. The case has led to increased scrutiny of family vloggers and calls for stricter regulations. Organizations are working to raise awareness about the risks of child exploitation on social media and advocate for greater protections. Experts recommend setting boundaries, prioritizing children's privacy, and seeking professional guidance when needed. Ruby Franke's story is a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition, like the case of Susan Smith, who infamously drowned her children to maintain a facade of perfection. Ruby's actions underscore the devastating consequences of prioritizing image over integrity. While Ruby Franke's story is one of tragedy and betrayal, it also offers hope for change. By learning from her mistakes, we can create a safer, more compassionate world for families everywhere. This is not just the end of Ruby Franke's story, it's the beginning of a new chapter for all of us.